What? This 10th one, when I do the daily or whatever, I'll get viewer twos going. I can't find war games this early in the day. I don't know what you're asking, Ultra. I mean, 2-5, the queues are going to take bucket forever. I got an insta queue. Probably not many, though, 'cause I don't really want to play with like 20-minute queues. Oh, I didn't take birthday out. My bad. Birthday was yesterday. I didn't change the title. I fixed the title. My bad. That was yesterday. And the first. Oh, technically it was 2 days ago because Sunday's my day off. I worked on my birthday because my birthday was Saturday. And then I went AFK Sunday. But yeah, it was day before yesterday. Didn't get the feint up. It was a good in cap. I was gonna gouge so you wouldn't bear. We'll just be dead here through bot. Can't actually peel windwalkers on their damage. Pretty fair design. I mean, MoP Classic is very different than how MoP actually was. But both are viable. I'm gonna go on the lower MMR. I'm gonna log on my Night Elf. I don't think Shuffle will pop on this one. Yeah, human and like orc and stuff and just whatever is damp. Undead's not that bad because half the game is warlocks. We're playing late MoP the whole way through. And we don't know if we'll have like retail Shadow Meld. I think retail Shadow Meld is basically in Kata and Wrath, even though it wasn't like real old school meld. The Night Elf might not even be bad. But how you doing, Mac? You can kind of world PvP gank people pretty easily with the car, but not really tied to anything. Even the teaser of player housing, you don't get to customize anything. You like do a quest chain, and all it really does is let you set your Hearthstone there. Like when you get the apartment thing, you can't really play your house anything with it. I know what they said you're supposed to be able to do in the Midnight expansion. Next expansion is a lot customization stuff, but they said the apartments in this patch would be a teaser to that, but there's literally zero content with it. You just do a short quest chain, and then you can set your hearth there, and that's literally it. You can't interact with anything, you can't customize anything. It's kind of crazy. And the quest chain's not even account wide, you have to do it on every character. If you want to like set your Hearthstone there. car I upgraded the car all the way, and it's like actually kind of hard to control now. I have like a higher top speed, a bigger boost, and the tires drift better. It actually makes it a little more fun to drive. If you want a free carry though, sign up for choose. What? I don't even know what I hit there. Losing duel is like the entire point of the spec. Much like losing cooldown reduction. I mean, the ring should never have been viable for PvP. It was just an oversight and a bug. Because it wasn't like properly nerfed like they said it was. Like they pre-nerfed it in PvP and then like the tooltip was wrong and it just wasn't nerfed when they said it was nerfed. And then they fixed it after a couple weeks. But, I mean, if you're just looking for something to do in between queues, at least there's kind of something to do on this patch. Whereas the island, there was literally nothing to do. That's why it was a 0.5 patch and not a 0.0 patch. The only thing fun about Siren Isle was the jetpacks, I guess. For World PvP. New campaign? No. Actually, maybe. I don't know if the tier vendor's in Dornagal. Even then, it's like 10 minutes to get to the new zone. Five. I focus sap bind as my stealth bind. But I have like stealth macro into everything. I'll walk back out. Just dead. There's no way to sap that. Bounce out of double DPS. Or it's like 20 defensive CDs and they still have more. No, I don't have target sap. I just use my sap 1, 2, 3, or my focus sap will also target sap if I just don't have a focus. But 99% of the time I'm just focus sapping or using sap 123. But sap 123 is usually just for the opener. I don't change that much. Like I have rapid trigger off for the modifier keys, like shift and alt and stuff like that. And then I changed the actuation point of my movement keys in 1, 2, 3 to be a little lighter than the actuation point of everything else. Right now I still technically am. Because I'm in limbo right now of waiting on my first choice. I turned down a lot of interviews because I had a really good opportunity come up. But it's like taking more than a month to get started. Like the interview process and like the aptitude testing and stuff is like really spread out. And then I'm supposed to hear back in the next like 4 days. And then I'll go back to just taking whatever I can find. If it doesn't work out. Yeah, right now I'm kind of in limbo. I'm just waiting on if I start this or not. If I get good news, then yeah, I'll go part-time. If I get bad news, then I'm still going part-time. I just probably have even less time to stream. Because the thing that will probably be nice about this if I get it is that I get to do 12-hour shifts 3 to 4 days a week, which kind of leaves me an extra few days a week to stream. DFA is just for mobility and immuning CC. I only play it like into wizards if I like don't need disarm or tricks or feint. Okay. I have to cast that? That's weird. It's a 2-minute CD also instead of a one-time use. That's a really weird mechanic that I haven't seen. I mean, the Ogvoker just ran in and one-shot him on his own, so... I don't know, nerf sub. That still counted. Our add-ons are not working. Mine work. Probably just have to update them. Last turn is rude. I just need to not boost. I mean, the season starts tomorrow. People are kind of burnt out on the preseason. Yeah. Normally it's try to set up war games with other streamers so we can just insta shuffle against all other rank lines, but people only kind of do that later in the day. A lot of people don't get on until like prime time 6 p.m. No one really plays the game early, which sucks because I like being on my girlfriend's work schedule and just kind of starting my stream at like 1 usually, but it's very hard to play the game early in the day. Minute to use Q. The 2200 is double DPS. Might need to use the less powerful boost. No, I only pushed Truffle. I didn't really have people to play with. Because everyone wanted to play Outlaw NASA and I got bored of him. I didn't even play the last day and a half. Hopefully sub's better this season though. I'm really bored of just playing Outlaw and Asa all the time. I only want to play them if it's like a tournament on the line or an end of season, but even at the end of season it's just boring now. There's nothing worse than like playing some 8-minute Outlaw like dampening game where I'm last on damage against some Thundercleave. It should be on there. This focus sap exists. Unless you mean like sap 1, 2, 3. Dude, make that for 2 and 3. That's my alt ZXC. Yeah, the secret tech and stamina changes and all that, or are there more? The guy's still smoke bombed by the dragon. Oh no, nerf sub rogue. You can Crimson Tempest too. No sap, I guess. Look fear. Doesn't do it. Nully number 1, Nully number 2, Nully number 3. Look at this crit. Look at my sap. Got trinket. Try to kick that, but no step. Gonna vanish out and run. Might stun healer into blind in like 3. Or just wait for a full sap in 3 if he doesn't get combat. Full sap. Kidney. Bomb this in case he doesn't get the sleep off. He does. Big of this crit. Astla's probably gonna be the best. Outlaw's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be though. I don't know. They both PvE more than sub. I need to spend some honor. You pay for it? I'm almost dead. Got one cast on me after the lasso. Someone pasted them in chat, or I haven't really seen them, but they said it was just the one druid thing and then the BM hunter buff for no reason, right? Doing us. Not much, Flipper. And Growth is just a whole nother DR of CC, and Asa does more damage. And they're buffing Asa for no reason, and nerfing sub, and buffing stamina, which is bad for sub, because sub needs a fast-paced game. So stamina changes are just an indirect warlock and outlaw buff always. They gain more out of stamina than other specs. It has synergy with the talent that gives them extra stamina for no reason. I've been just liking double vanish more in general right now. Because the meta is a little faster and I feel squishy without 2 vanishes. And I also just feel like I can't move my character into a lot of classes without having 2 vanishes. Like hunters and mages and stuff like that. Even with 2 vanishes, you just can never move. Like it's impossible to have uptime on a mage. Unless they fuck up really bad. But yeah, everyone's kind of one-shotting everyone right now. Like, even Ogvoker can hit, like, 2.5 million. Like, Windwalker is still pumping. I just did all the races on gold real quick. Windwalker's one-shotting, Warrior's one-shotting, Hunter's one-shotting. Like, everything is one-shotting right now. That's why they're changing stamina, even though that's the worst way to change time to kill. They're just nerfing the burst individually. Like, I think Windwalker is still going to be OP after the nerf. I think Arms is still going to be OP after the nerf. The stamina change is just lazy, and it just buffs Outlaw and buffs Warlock more than it's supposed to. Can't kill Celestial. This game doesn't like counterplay. He wastes slicing. That's crazy. Took it NS becomes immune to CC. Poke the Star Surge. Gouge in 1, but yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, people still whine about sub right now. It's hilarious. The worst rogue spec, like, one of the only, like, B tier specs in the entire game. And, like, Ven and, like, Supa, and everyone still whine about it. It's crazy. Like, season started right now, Calvish would be the only one, like, actually making it work at rank 1. And that's more of, like, insanely good synergy and team play. With, like, Cal pretty much being better at everyone in almost every class. For, like, people that complain about sub. Like, better than the people that complain about sub on their own classes. Because you have to be pretty out of touch to, like, think sub is, like, broken. Like, there's a reason that, like, the representation in Shuffle is just that, like, Asa and Outlaw are 200 points higher. With higher win rates. When, like, a really niche, like, specialist, you know, spec is getting outperformed by just brute force PvE, like, it's, like, obvious that the other specs are better. And when you just see only the other specs in tournaments and not sub, kind of doubles down on it. Forgot to spend some honor. Thoughts on Classic MoP? MoP's a great game, but Classic isn't really the same thing as what it was back in the day. And I think Blizzard is gonna neglect it, and it's gonna have the same exact issues as every other version of Classic and retail. And they're not gonna really put development resources into, like, improving it. And it's gonna die after 1 season. Like every other version of Classic has. Even without having to get PvE gear, it won't be enough. Unless they revamp the actual rating system, revamp the actual MMR system, and get rid of inflation. And have like a decay above gladiator kind of model. And have like alt rank 1 spots. And make, you know, let rewards go to retail, even if it makes my stuff less rare. Yeah, I've seen the Poike post. A lot of it's stuff I've been saying for years now. I mean, private servers have just done such a better job. And yeah. On the WoW forums, but I think it's also linked to his Twitter. Yeah, Outlaw stuff viable in Shuffle? Probably. In general, the Outlaw's like the most tilting of the 3 in Shuffle, even if it's better. You have to have a really strong mental to play Outlaw and Shuffle, just because like you don't have burst to close out games. Like if your entire outlet of the game is just Shuffle, then just play Asa, and you'll be way less miserable. I'm just saying, compare the Wrath Classic, Kata Classic experience to what private servers were. It's a very different experience. Especially when you're playing the same season 5 seasons in a row and it's not like a changing patch. Just gear changes. I'm the Ormash reacts. I'm just dead in 1 lasso. Like Classic would be pumping right now for Wrath and Kata and MoP if Blizzard just had half an IQ to just, you know, put in all the quality of life stuff. Cross faction, you know, cross server earlier. Like in Wrath. Have a functioning LFG. Have a functioning real solo queue that's not Shuffle. Force PvP gear to be best in slot. Or have a way to get PvE gear from PvP. And just not let it be usable in PvE. Like get fake PvP, PvE items. That just don't work outside of Arena. Like, just give you literally the ability to buy the best in slot PvE gear with Conquest, but don't let it work in actual PvE. Like, it's not that hard. Even if it makes my glad mounts and shit less rare, just like let the rewards go to your retail so people want to play it. Improve the default keybind set, improve the default default UI needs an improvement, like give people an actual PvP server where you can just make a max level, but don't let you do PvE content or leave PvP island if you are on a PvP server. Like, it's really not that hard. You just need to make the game more accessible. Like that. Dead. Held that. Eventually bomb myself to not die to air. Can't really get the millies off, so we're just dead. Feels double DPS, man. Want a new game? Not at all. It's just how bad Blizzard is fucked up that like private teams of like a handful of people just did a better job 15, 20 years ago. But Blizzard just neglects PvP. There needs to be an actual, you know, reason for PvPers to not feel like third-class citizens of the game. I think if you achieved that laundry list, people would be happy even with years of neglect at a time. If you just got it to a healthy enough point where people can take care of themselves, the gameplay and the community would carry. I'm gonna do some Rogue Mage Tuesday after this one. That's not even me saying like redesign every class to be better designed. Like I'm not even saying that. That's not even me saying like give back the old animations because they're better. They are, but like I'm not even asking for that. I think just wanting an actual less barrier to entry, easier to learn PvP experience that doesn't involve just always dumbing it down every single patch. Because they're not bringing in a new audience. And they're also not, you know, they're just alienating the people that are left. So they get like the worst of both. Got Thunder's forever. Could blind the guy defensively, I guess. Could pre-sleep some, that works too. Could gouge off that. I could bomb this. Get the kidney. Get Sap Shaman running in. Get the Trinket Link. Double Link. Try to blind, I'm just can't move. I have no dance for like the rest of the game. Try to gouge off that. Just 2 dance charge starved. I all into too hard earlier. I need to get a really bad. I get lassoed, so I'm dead even though I fainted it with the 40% damage reduction. Can't really kidney into Blur because it'll dodge. I need to just kidney him. I have my dance now back. Hopefully we kill here. Nope, he gets stopped by an instant cast. Yeah, I definitely would have killed with duel there, but nerf sub. Yeah, Egg only has time for a couple of games, but we'll do a couple. I don't know. On their nameplate? I don't think I have it on the nameplate, do I? I just do it on the target frame. I turned most of the nameplate stuff off. If I have it on the nameplate, it's an accident. Better Blizz frames and plates. He only has time for a couple games. Probably gonna one and done when he sees how immortal this comp is. First global immune to CC, almost kills egg through full alter time. He just gets lightninged because Monk's also a range class. Does 1.2 million DPS. I don't know, just nerfing slicing will fix it, you know? First global just does like 7 million damage immune to CC. And then decides to just lightning for multiple million too. On the target frame? Yeah, it's better blitz frames. All my settings for it are on the Discord. There's also like a Nahj button too, but... Scroll wheel is target. If I want to zoom in and out, it's control scroll wheel. Yeah, click down for third. Oh, I just gotta shuffle. I think Egg might have to go after that though. He didn't have long to play. I mean, I wouldn't mind. It makes my account less rare, but... Yeah, Egg's dipping after the shuffle, so... I'll get a healer after to help. Short-lived. He only said a couple. Didn't mean to take the shuffle, but... Quick little deb in the opener, true. That's the whole sesh. Dude, monks are insane. The slicing win nerf, you know, will fix that, you know? Just pressing Celestial in the opener and doing like 7 million damage. While being immune to CC. I don't know what keeps breaking my stealth randomly. That's cringe. 3 walls. Didn't have enough energy to feint this. My guy's dying in the opener through parry. Probably should switch to the Ellie with him, but I'm dying to air. Hope to see it. Bomb this. Big abyss crit. I'm dead here, I think. Try to get this guy free. Kill this guy. Take that. Do a gouge. Probably still dead though. Melt all this. Try to get. I don't get it though, even though he has wall. Look at this. We faint. We're both dead in a half rep. I mean, you altered it. It's just I had to like cancel back out of it. Even then with the MS and like dampening on ult there. Gouge the Hex, you got it though. Eventually I'll move my character. I don't get to finish my stacks. And we just get soloed by Demolish 100-0. With Cocoon and Trinket and everything available. Nice little 3.23 million Demolish, you know? And a 2.8 million Mortal Strike. Let's all complain about a 1.5 to 2.2 million of this. It gets to happen once every 90 seconds, you know? Doing 280k DPS to everyone else's 5 to 700. I don't know, nerf sub, guys. There's nothing Super T's could do to survive a sub opener. It must be broken. Look at this crit. Down hands. And once again, dance charge starved. Yeah, it's not like Outlaw and Acid cheap shot spam the same while doing way more DPS. Crazy. Nice kick. Kick him again because he's a soccer ball. Bops my stacks again, so I never get an Abyss crit. Demolish, hopefully we don't get 100-0'd. We survive it somehow. Hit the nullies. Overlap kicks, build Badman. And we just die here. And I'm about to play the game with blades. No bubble, no bop, no lay. Game was finally starting for me. A lot of complaining? Not at all. I'm excited for the season to start. This is just what happens when you play double DPS. And you just lose to people that don't even have their like keyboard plugged in. Makes you a lot more jaded when you try to play double DPS. Not you, Egg, if you're still here, but from when I was playing Rogog Voker for like 10 games. We were playing well, I got like sleep taps every opener, like Stoning people's trinket, sapping people's trinket, and then I just lose to like 1,500 players if they just have 20 defensives to go through. Like it's always demoralizing how not viable double DPS is compared to just PvEing with a healer in twos. But twos is kind of a mean bracket anyway. Hopefully warrior just solos for me. I was gonna sap that, but pick the hex. Can't stop the sleep walk now though. Try to just CC all three, but kind of bad to do this go because we didn't have DRs for healer, and I might just die here to air. Also, I forgot to spec out of disarm this round, so I fucked up. DFA, I would actually have a little more mobility. Put on my breath. Maybe tried to kick that sleep, but it probably ranged it anyway. I have blades in 10, I just have to live here. Probably lays me, trying to top the warrior with bubble. Time stops this guy, maybe I can get a half sap. Got the half sap into a cheap shot. We should be able to kill here. JK, I get stunned. Take a vis crit. Guy actually dies. Better bliss plates. Import for it's on my Discord. Taking some combat. Get one null. Get two. A warrior. Healer. Ellie just solos him in the opener. Two lava bursts did more than all the buttons that I pressed. I guess I did just all stuns. That was like the only globals I pressed. Like cheap kidney. I didn't get to press any damage globals yet. Ellie just soloed him in the opener. Actually get a sap this round though. Probably shouldn't have cloaked that, but we'll get a half sap. Meld Stormbolt in a second. You can go for it. Try to get the totem. Just blind off that. Get the totem. Farm warrior, even though he didn't demolish. It's gonna be scary when he does use demolish. First demolish, hopefully we survive it. Two. Getting healer in a sec. Cover warrior. Bomb to maybe get a sap. Okay, I get shockwave. Good sleep. It's gonna get tremor though. I see hits the rep. Get a half sap. Maybe sap trinket. Game doesn't let me, even though I was spamming it. And then warrior just solos him also. Yeah, they already nerfed the rogue tier twice. Part of why they gave the 10%, because they nerfed the tier set. Yeah, Acid just does more DPS, and Garota's a whole nother DRCC. And they buff Asa for no reason when it's already better. You gotta nerf the weak specs and buff the strong ones. Weird. I don't macro anything into dance. Dirt, thank you so much, man. Trying to get some games in later or now?
What Nahj?
Not much, man. I'll get you in later, Steve. Got you later. Remove pet nameplates, better blizz. Should just be an option. And like fade or hide NPC. Like you might have only better blizz frames and not better blizz plates also. You need both. Pros and cons of each. One is more control. Calvish is better and Waz is better, and there's a few other people that are good too. Rank 1 is just top 0.1%. I put in the effort, and I teach a lot for sure. As I try to actually answer everything instead of just, you know, rely only on the gameplay. But yeah, 2 Vanish is more control. And it's tankier. You have 2 Vanishes defensively. So if you think you're gonna die to like jungle or a mirror or anything like that, then yeah, you probably should play 2 Vanishes. If you just want more raw damage and cheese ability, then you play T. But Cal plays T in every matchup. Just personal preference, but I think it's just quality of life. And this meta is a little faster than last season right now, before the patch tomorrow. Buff stamina. I don't know how that's gonna go. But right now, the game, everyone's kind of one-shotting a lot more, so the Vanishes really help you live. So, I played mostly T last season. I only played Subterfuge if I like was in a mirror, or I wanted to like get nullifying off a dragon or something. But now I kind of just play Subterfuge into everything. Edge the bomb, so he has to run further to get in. Get the sap there, because Emerald doesn't apply combat. Get a half sap, even though I don't really need to. It energy stars me. Like that. There's no backflip. I can just do this go without having to do any pre-CC or anything. Big of Iskrit, he's dead. Yeah, you generally feel less dance charge starved because you don't have to double dance goes where you could like banish or melt to get like restunts or to like get a sap that you need to get. But you energy starve a lot with Subterfuge. So like T is a lot more sustained DPS, burst. And it's just like a clunkier opener, but then more value throughout the game. You're just able to do a lot more, having more energy. It's really dumb that you have to pick between energy regen and utility and defensive. Most other specs don't have that much of a choice. Because that's the build you used to play. Is you used to play T and Subterfuge at the same time. But ever since Supercharge came out with the rework, it's like 2 mandatory. Like this build doesn't do enough damage. Yeah, it's just, do you want to do more damage and have a little clunkier of an experience? Or you want to be a little more tanky and have a little more control, but be energy starved and do less damage? We tried Trickster? Yeah, Trickster's terrible. I tried some like Trickster Gormaw builds. I tried some Trickster T builds and some just Trickster Subterfuge. It just does less burst, so you can't close out the game. And it doesn't really do that much more sustained pad unless you're just getting fake AoE damage into like 4 melee in a shuffle or something. Like the blind CDR is fun, the sap range is fun, but like, yeah. More secret tech, I guess. But it's just not enough. Really only if you want to like flexibly swap around a lot. Which is nice into like paladins that are like bopping your stacks when you're like not done with your Abyss crit and all that, but it's just I do way less DPS as Trickster. Still. And it AoE breaks CC a lot, even with the CC changes. You can control singular focus bug a little better. And now also with the CC changes, singular focus doesn't break CC right away, so you have more time to switch your Deathstalker Mark too. So Trickster just ends up breaking CC more. Weird, I had it break CC in the shuffle. Maybe it was something else then. Give them the opener even though it's bad. The secret tech obviously breaks. I was gonna dispel the suppressing roar because I was peeled. Wasn't ready for it. This crit. Blind off that if he gets stopped on sleep. Got both trinkets out of the way. Win really soon. Painted this. With the 40% dam reduct. Still vanish for the shield. Cloak the Kingsbane off. Big of his crit. Get bubble, get lay on hands. Gonna run because they're gonna lay in CC. Farm the rest of his improved Garrote window so he doesn't Garrote me last second. Gouge this guy for pre. Sun Pally. I'm not gonna get back to the rogue in time though. Big of this crit. Might just solo the guy. You got the sleep. Or we win here. Outlaw's still probably better than sub, but I would say Asa is easier. Outlaw's just like frustrating unless you literally only want to play like 10-minute tournament games and you're okay with heavy amounts of RNG. How could you have DPS and Asa? It should be even more of his favored because of H-Pal. Bopping all, well I guess he only bops one go and bubbles one go, but not two bops anywhere. It's on better Blizz plates. I thought I added Berserker Roar. Berserk. I'm not really in an outlaw mood right now. Gloom Blade, I've tried it. I like one of the first things I tried this week was like the Trickster Gormog like Gloomblade build. Didn't like it. I don't mind the new map. Problem with Outlaws, the games are just longer. 'Cause you play for dampening and you're just some immortal tank spec. I really hate having 0 burst. It means even if I fight bad players, it's still like a 5-minute game. Like, Outlaw's just really boring to me. If there was no roll the bones and no between the eyes spam, and like killing spree like 40 0'd people and made you immune to CC Windwalker Monk style. And they gave it rupture or something, you know? Just more buttons. Just less RNG, but those UI party frames. I'm just using the raid frames. Just go into edit mode. Go into party frames and you just use raid style party frames. I only play Outlaw if it's a tournament. Otherwise, it's really boring. Placing wins gets 20% tomorrow, so it'll still be over 2 million. And they still press Celestial for like 7 million while being unpeelable. And they're significantly tankier now that you can't cloak Karma, and there's just less Paladins. And Paladins don't have double bop for Karma. The stamina change is really bad for the game. Like, they can tone down people's one-shots without affecting stamina, because stamina just buffs Outlaw and Warlock. It's bad for the game. And a few other specs that have just raw stamina talents for no reason. Yeah, Monk is one of the best melee in the entire game right now. Monk and Arms Warrior. The Monk nerf isn't going to do anything, and I don't think the Arms Warrior nerf's going to do that much. AF is still probably going to be the best, yeah. Destro got big buffs, but like, I think Destro still has counterplay. Survival is like hidden S tier. You can get like 5 million flanking strikes. The reason why I think Survival is better than Marksman. Like, Marksman can one-shot people really hard right now, and didn't get nerfed. But Marksman actually has counterplay. Yeah, Survival is Omega busted. Frosty K is insane this week, but it's getting gutted tomorrow. I don't know. I see a lot of survivals and wargame shuffles, like one-shotting people pretty consistently. Even if you don't crit. Touch that. That's bad. Free Netherwalk Air? What? I'm very confused with that one. Planning just to get the dots off to get a full sap. Look at this script. Half sap. Gets the link before I get the cheap shot. So I got feared and I'm gonna melt. Doesn't even have to link now. That's crazy. Dance after this because my dance ended before he dropped combat. One point of this guy for finality. See, somehow I didn't get finality. That's kind of weird. There we go. Got the finality bug where sometimes it just goes away for no reason. Grab this guy for free in a sec. Kidney healer. Blades. Secret stack. Big Abyss crit. Guy just dies. He took 3 seconds to trinket Link there. Like, trinketed, walked around drunk, and then linked the global as he died. That was like a second. Just felt like 3. But Link's always really laggy. I've died so many times in Link. Super laggy. It's like half a global. Yeah, Marksman's insane, but I think Survival's the best hunter spec. Ass is the best rogue spec, yeah. I think they're getting buffed tomorrow, and I've seen them one-shot people today in Shuffle, so I don't know. Just probably clunkier, less quality of life. Guy's not even playing precog, that's crazy. Banded this. That trinket. One more. Deep shot. No link for you. Gonna play AWC? Probably not. It's a small map. You can't kind of not be in the open a little bit. I think a lot of teams are retiring this season. I wonder what teams are gonna play. Probably just like Sea-Doo and Calvish, and that's it. Like Chan left Waz's team because he's retiring streaming and playing. Lontar retired. And even just a lot of the streamers are going part-time or quitting. Like I'm going part-time really soon. I should have already last month. It's just I'm kind of in limbo with this job I really want, taking forever on the doing multiple waves of interviews and multiple waves of aptitude testing. Pika and them probably won't play because they just make more money on Classic. But yeah, I guess Prev and them will probably maybe still play. But I think that it's gonna go from like 4 good teams and like 10, 15 teams overall to like 3 or 2 good teams and like 10 teams overall. I think they're gonna cancel AWC soon, I think. I usually just switch teams and YOLO play to like only top 8 every expansion every season with just different people every time. A lot of times with healers that weren't even like rank 1 yet. But and getting top 8's not that bad or like not that great. Like it's really only top 4 that matters. Like there's a lot of just kind of bracket shenanigery that can just get you top 8 with only fighting like 1 good team or something. But yeah, it's not worth taking any time off my stream. And if I get the new job that I want, then I definitely won't have Wednesdays at 10 a.m. available 4 weeks in a row. Like the qualifier cups are like the worst time for just hard to envision AWC with so much less people. Looks like we overlap. We got Trinket, that's fine. Cloak the Fear. Big of this crit. Pick ulti pen. Gouge this guy for free and go Kenny the healer in a sec. Little beat cheap shot. Oh, they break the gouge. It's gonna backflip. He doesn't backflip. Crazy. Pick a Viscrit. Get my sap. Half sap. Bias aside, would you continue it for Microsoft? I mean, Arena was one of the OG esports alongside like Halo and stuff. It's just been criminally neglected for decades, same way that Blizzard fumbled Dota. And I think the whole point of the Microsoft stuff was they weren't going to be that hands-on and they were actually going to let Blizzard be Blizzard and just not go full Bobby Kotick. But clear the microtransaction stuff squeeze has been 10x ever since the Microsoft stuff. I don't think it's been that much of a net positive. Yeah, StarCraft's pretty dead. I think a lot of it is just, you know, some of the shameless store mounts they've been doing. Like the Long Boy with the auction house or the new Transmog Bear, like, or that the gothy girl outfit was like tied to the store. This is the trader post. Feels like the store is like 2x or 3x to this expansion in terms of what they want to do with it. I'm gonna open first, even though it's bad. awkward that I did this because Rogue's just gonna hide in stealth forever. Guess we just triple sap. Keep going, the healer. Trip beat Rogue before I went for that. I can swap. I think we're still just dead. I mean, price pool isn't gonna fix AWC. It's watchability and player base just needs to explode. It needs to be like 5 to 10 times plus more players from just better rewards, better training experience, like better default UI, better, you know, default keybind set, better overall ladder, or like a bronze to grandmaster system and like no inflation and just doing decay above gladiator. Like, the quality of life of the game needs to go up substantially. And then they can worry about esports when they earn players' passion back. Instead of trying to win a cup for, like, your $1,500 cut. I don't know who it is. I don't think he did anything special on my end. It was just the defensive vanish. I didn't get to dot him yet. The only reason he's allowed to play too is like give him the opener. Instead of just us both waiting in stealth for 5 minutes to play the game. I'm always like go behind if I just open first. I would say learn assets better. Yeah, there's definitely too many versions of WoW. Titles go out in like 2 weeks or whatever. I didn't push, so I gave up the last couple days because I didn't really have people to play with. Didn't really want to play Asa or Outlaw. I got too bored. Got it in Shuffle, but Shuffle doesn't count. Don't get the sap. Once he gets a half sleep, but he got stunned. He still lets me get a sap because he casts a hex for no reason. Guys, you have to get a link in like 5 games. Is micro CC the same way on all 3 specs? It's just Garou does a whole other DR of CC. And you do twice as much damage on Essa. I'm just gonna give them the opener because I'm lazy. Cleared up this. Guy repaints up himself at 100% HP when I'm in a fear. Makes sense. I wanted to just pre-CC him there forever on his improved Garrote before he Garroted me. Thanks, man. We might just be dead here. Evasion disarm. Ouch, because the guy stays combat and doesn't get sapped. LG with the with dirt, and then I'll get someone new in. Car handles so much better when you actually get all the upgrades for it. It's kind of crazy. The tires, you have to do a work order. The engineers have to craft it. From like the professions. And then the engine is just do all the races on at least bronze, reverse, and normal. Which there's only like 3 or 4 of them. And the better boost, I think you just buy all the items on the auction house. Get steam boil. Just buy these for like less than 100 gold. That makes the car go so much faster. That feels okay. I mean, if you're smurfing in 2s and shuffles, kind of okay, but I don't think it's like competitive. I think Asa and Outlaw are a lot better. Just set up. Good job, Cricket. Thank you, Juice. Now let's free carry, come sign up. Last day of the preseason. I only have like 4 characters prepped with honor, but the goal was to get them all capped this week, and then they did the stupid disabling of honor transfers pretty much half the week. Because there's a bug or something going on with it. Vanish in like half a second. Vanish shield and heal would have saved me. This should be okay. 40% dam reduct. Actually got soloed through evasion. Or through feint. Painted the stun again. Getting cloned on it though. Try to step kick that, couldn't. Managed to kick it though. Do a cheap shot. Doesn't bear. Oh, we tapped them. What's bad? Take a Vis crit anyway. Kill the totem. No step to kick that for 2. Getting hexed here. Could just break though. I have full dots. Well, I don't have rip, I guess. Got this guy for free. Stun the healer. Stun this guy. Pick a Vis crit. Using a hex. Kill the link. Get another crit buff. Wall. We do have blades, no wall with bomb. And no trinket. It does have skin back though. Maybe I can bait the skin with this go. I won't duel this go, or dance this go, I mean. I just want to get skin. So I'm saving blades for the go where he doesn't have skin. I'm just dead here, even though I'm in earthen. I didn't feint one stun. No skin, no wall, no nothing. The most damage I can do. Just tanks it. He almost killed my healer 40 yards away with just bleeds. I have to gouge to peel even though I wanted to use it for free. He trinkets gouge and just kills. That's crazy. Crazy, you can be caught at a bear with no skin, no trinket, no wall, and just tank it. The blades, everything. How's that fun? I mean, just viewer twos, right? I mean, sub's really good in twos. It looks more OP in twos than it does in the real game. Because I one-shot a lot of people in twos. Just with a shaman, it's a little different than playing with like a priest or a dragon or a monk that just helps you finish people off. Like you need a more aggro healer. Crazy, I fainted almost every single stun. Got soloed through it. Blade storms out of my kidney. Love to see it. At least I didn't pop my all-use trinket yet, or blades. I got peeled on non-blades. He missed his warrior spear too, so we get to play the video game. Gonna blind warrior, he'll rage trinket it. Now I play the video game. Think of this script. Gouge him, no Zerker Rage. This threat. Already begun to get starved on dance charges phase of the game. Couldn't kick that. I didn't have step for 2. So we just have to vanish as long as we can. Non-maxed out of this actually doesn't matter. We're just not getting their trinkets like we should. I'm not. I think it's aggro. Fainted this. Finally get a hex. Half sap. Lay on hands, double trinket and enrage again. Still have to get bubble and bop. Step him to be there to kick rep. Get bubble, nice. Almost at that 60% dampening mark. The game's gonna start soon. Overlap kicks. trying to power farm dance charge, but couldn't avoid that. This crit, we can maybe kill here because we're deep enough dampening. Oh, I just farmed into that, we're dead. Warrior makes one accidental outplay and then the game just instantly ends. I think his spec's bugged just to relog. He's getting like one charge of Earth Shock or Earth Shield. But can't heal at all. If you do the alliance like cross faction queue thing, you have really long queues. And you still get more honor on doing the underpopulated faction, even if you lose, you get like the 50% bonus or whatever. The alliance just has more players. It's still PvP. You see it a lot in world PvP too. That tournament this year? Probably not. Not worth my time. There was like twice as many teams signing up and the prize pools like doubled or tripled. And I had confident teammates that I was like comfortable with. And I, you know, had the ability to take PTO on the qualifiers, you know. Sure. But Night Elf is mandatory if you're going to play any SR Outlaw. And then Orc is good for like sub v sub, which is pretty rare to ever get. Into this should be okay. I've been blinking into the bomb. Might still go him. Three walls. Adds the melee. Kick the melee. Flies my kidney. I cloak the stun though. Go on him. Keep protect. Take a Viscrit. Guy is emoting me as a Windwalker player. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm playing Symbolic for 2s.
How's patch?
Season starts tomorrow, so it's changing a lot tomorrow, but sub's a little weaker, I would say, overall. Or about the same. Losing duel's pretty huge. PK is gonna compete? That's interesting. That's good to hear. He makes more in like 4 hours than he would getting first place, so. Let him peel me. 3 blurs there. Huge. Banded this. Yeah, just free in a sec. Cloak the Hex. They accidentally meta immunes my pre-gouge. Gonna get back flip the second time. Look at this crit. Half sap. Look at the fear. Quarter sap. DR micro piss cheap shot. Eventually this guy will get a link off. Free hugs, thank you for the year. Appreciate it. Season 2's tomorrow. Not worth sapping. We're just gonna peel the opener. We want to get the CC when we're actually able to play the game. I kind of rushed that because we got the YOLO Hex. I was just going to do Stun Blind Sap for the first setup. Gouge, see if he wastes Zerker. Does. Means I can kill him later with Gouge, kiting him with Shiv. Drive by Kidney. Hex. Get Bop. Disarm the CDs here. Gouge him, we can't Zerker it. And Shiv Kite. Tries to pre-intervene. Doesn't get anything with it. Give this crit. Blind. Zap. Zerker Edge. We're connecting on his CDs. Get triple peeled on blades. This is why you never pre-blades to farm your dance charge. Get air horned infinitely. Get that. The Gouge. Might just be dead. Going without CC. Maybe he'll panic trinket this for no reason. No, he has a brain. Guy trinket dagger on a disarm. Got to get into the other. If we got his trinket, we have blades. He has Enrage Regen while stunned though, so I just blind warrior defensively. Kick into blind sap. Making the same mistake with blades again and just getting airhorn peeled because he's gonna fear me off this and disarm me off this. Cancel slice so I can reslice, farming dance charges. Get a half sap, face combat with nothing. Love to see it. Lose my crit buff. Into this should be okay. This crit. Valley, you rooting against me there? Oh, you mean like actually targeting? I thought you were cheering for the power. That is a strat, but this is all just like a wait for 60% damp kind of matchup. Because shamans aren't that aggro of a healer compared to dragon, priest, or monk. Sub needs a healer that can carry my damage. Like I'm kind of committed to warrior at this point, but we're just dead. No more peels. Like sub damage is so dog shit that you need a healer that hits for like multiple million to help you kill anything. Unless it's like just a bad player that just doesn't trade for blades. Or just panic trinkets. On like a random dance that wasn't blades. And people don't really understand how sub does damage at all. You hit him with a 2 mil of this, and then your damage is literally completely over. And you could literally, they could disconnect and you wouldn't be able to kill them for 40 seconds straight, and they'll still panic, press every defensive. Just because they got hit for 2 million and they still have like 40% of their health left. But that warrior was decent. He just held on to Trinket the entire game. And just made him unkillable. Because he knows blades is the only time I do damage. Did a whole lap and still got to the DK. So much faster than mounting. 3 IBS non-stun. How do I die there? That's crazy. That's just the whole zoo. I don't know. I think healers doing damage is just bad design. Just sub needs more damage. Or like sustained damage. Like backstab needs to be like double or tripled. And then give 2 combo points. It gets old spamming fan of knives every global. Farm your dance charge back. Almost every class has sustained damage and burst. I don't know, that's just the cop-out of like people that hate Sub-Rogue. Sub-Rogue has more counterplay than Asa and Outlaw. Making Sub-Rogue be the best rogue spec at like tournament level means Rogue probably doesn't win the tournament. The dampeners can properly just survive it and win. But just letting Rogue be a dampener class in PvE is disgusting. The problem with balancing sub is just there's too much BS in the game that shouldn't be. How much like defensives there are that are just usable while stunned. Or that are just like 1 minute. Like sub just needs to have sustained damage so that it's relevant instead of just AFK 90% of the game. Yeah, this keeps you in combat and breaks CC, but you kind of have to pick it. Backflips first globe. Flare. Could have vanished the hunt there. I overlapped my kick. Face backflip. Playing the video game here. Half sap, stays combat with nothing. Drops combat as my go back on global. Feels bad. I'm just thinking this. He kicked it after I kicked it. Feels bad. I get feared on my gouge for free. He doesn't have backflip though, so it's fine. I can still go out of order. Worst case is he just pre-blurs like he did. So this isn't the real go anyway, because I didn't have blades. Fell for a half sap. Rupture still advances my stack while I'm waiting on Nether Walk. Didn't blades there, so. I did on use though, so now my on use and blades don't line up that well for one little match, but. Now just gotta go stun healer. Got blades here. 3 stuns, so he has time to get something. 1% rupture kills him, hopefully. Nice. I only enjoy sub. Asa's the best though. It's boring. We're gonna make stuff there.